The excursion to Science Works can develop a deeper student understanding of a variety of science concepts such as stars, black holes, and gravity. Through Science Works' engaging, visually appealing, and interactive way of displaying information, students have the opportunity to expand their knowledge of the solar system through play and entertainment. Selma Wasserman states that play allows children to not only develop an understanding, but also a spirit of inquiry. Because of the interactive nature of Science Works, students have the opportunity to possess this spirit of inquiry and gain a better understanding of space concepts than they would in the classroom.
Students experience many different aspects of space at Science Works. They get to see what a real spacecraft would look like, giving them a better insight into what it's like to be a real astronaut. Students get to see real pictures of space and learn that scientists take these pictures using space probes such as the Voyager 1. These images are accompanied by written information, so as to appeal to both visual learners and students that have a linguistic learning style. The museum also holds many real space artifacts such as spacesuits and spacecraft material, giving students an accurate idea of elements needed for a trip to space. Real artifacts such as these may inspire students to represent their excursion in a physically creative way back in the classroom. Science Works also has many hands-on learning experiences that aim to get the students involved, encouraging critical thinking. Another aspect of space students learn about is gravity. They compare the planets in terms of gravity and how much a 40-kilogram child would weigh. They use a physical manipulative to encourage deeper understanding. Using this interactive exhibit, students learn about black holes. The information plaque next to the exhibit says, "Black holes are one of the most mysterious objects in the universe. Their gravity is so strong that not even light can escape it. There are many black holes, however, they are so far away from Earth that the chances of being sucked into one are almost zero. But what would happen if you did get sucked into a black hole?" Teachers could use this question to spark deeper discussion, encouraging each student to share their prediction and reasoning behind it. In each room, there was also lots of information on the walls. This information taught students about famous astronauts such as Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong, the process of taking off from Houston to landing on the moon, the experience of the moon, and other key historical events surrounding the first moon landing. The Beyond Perception exhibit gave students a visceral experience of space by not only providing them with more information in the form of videos and plaques on the wall, but by appealing to their senses, using light and colour to recreate space.
Science Works is a good place to take students on an excursion as it addresses the Year 5 science understanding, content descriptors and elaborations in the curriculum. So we focused on Earth and space sciences for Year 5 students. Activities such as the planetarium and watching the planetarium show Solar System Odyssey go under the content descriptor "The Earth is part of a system of planets orbiting around a star," with elaborations such as modelling the relative size of and distance between Earth, other planets in the solar system and the Sun. The achievement standard for Year 5s regarding Earth and space sciences states that students describe the key features of our solar system. Taking students to Science Works and having them go to the planetarium and partake in other activities within Science Works will allow them to meet their achievement standards. Students can partake in the viewing of the short film about learning about different planets in the solar system and if they are livable like Earth is. The film also explored the distance between certain planets while making it engaging for students to watch as it was animated and the characters were on an adventure. This can help enhance student learning within this topic.
The planetarium show incorporates the cross-curriculum priority of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander histories and cultures. During the second part of the planetarium show, there is a display of what the night sky will look like that night. The major astronomical objects are discussed in this time with a brief mention of Indigenous astronomy. Even though this discussion is only short, it is a gateway for further study in the classroom after the excursion. The Solar System Odyssey short film in the planetarium touches on the cross-curriculum priority, sustainability. It gives the students a glance into the future of what the Earth will look like if we don't take care of it. While sustainability isn't the main focus of the film, it still puts a large amount of emphasis on the importance of sustainability of the planet. The film centres around Jack Larson's adventure out into space, where he examines the livability of each planet and tries to discover a new home that humans can colonise. The short film concludes that there is no better planet than Earth for humans to live on, and that it will be easier to attempt to undo the damage we have done to the Earth than try to relocate humans to another planet. From this film, students will not only get an education on the solar system, but also the importance of taking care of the Earth.
The Beyond Perception exhibit gave students a visceral experience of space by not only providing them with more information in the form of videos and plaques on the wall, but by appealing to their senses using light and colour to recreate space.
Beyond Perception, Seeing the Unseen, is an unconventional exhibit to present the invisible fields and forces that surround us, such as gravity, invisible light, sound, and the concept of aerodynamics. This exhibit gives a new approach to the ever-growing study of space. This exhibit not only focuses on the educational content of space, it also supports the students with ASD and also the students that rely on physical stimulus, such as couches that vibrate, which is on the topic of sound waves, and the black hole exhibit where students can touch parts of the Milky Way. Since the museum can be a large confronting place, teachers, parents and guardians can borrow a map from the front desk. This map shows the high or low stimulus exhibits within the museum. The low sensory areas are the parts that are bright and have no multimedia of any sorts. The high sensory spaces are busy areas that have mixed multimedia, which could be a physical aspect or a visual aid, which are also loud and have low light. Areas such as the planetarium, the pumping station, and the lightning room are counted as quite confronting and are not recommended for students that need the sensory support. When coming to Science Works, there are some physical risks of students getting injured, lost, or loss of possessions within the museum. The museum also provides disability facilities such as ramps, elevators, that can help provide easy access within moving between floors of the building, and exits and entrances to the venue for physically disabled students. There are also multiple exits within the facility in case of emergencies. There are also lots of staff in the room that hold first aid kits and radios in case of injury or other serious emergencies. Issues and risks with planetariums are dizziness, nausea, and are not recommended for people who suffer from vertigo or mental illnesses that react from movement while laying on their backs. Due to the way sound travels in the planetarium, it is also not recommended for people who have hearing issues.